Okay, this video is going to be about taking care of stainless steel and the two different ways that we're going about doing that. And so we had to find a break room that would have the areas in it. So let's have a look at water fountains and sinks first, because we do not actually polish those. So we're just going to go for the water fountain with the Sherbet Betco product. And if you look at the water fountain, see how it's got all this lime scale stuff on there. So what we're going to do is actually spray this on there and let this sit for a while. If they don't get done often, then this can be maybe a 2 or 3 step process. So same thing with the sink, stainless steel sink. What you want to do with that is just spray it really well all around. We're not going to be polishing the sink either, so we're just going to let the cleaner sit in here, kind of start working on dissolving all that food and grime and stuff that's in there. So while that's kind of working its magic, we'll go ahead and grab the stainless steel wipes. And the reason why we like to use wipes is because we want to make sure we know where this polish is going at. So that's a lot of times why we're not using aerosol. So anyway, we just grab a wipe out, and let's kind of go after the refrigerator. And you can tell it's not terribly bad right now. So we'll just put some on. Kind of wiping it on. Part of this is just kind of getting the product on there, and then we'll buff it out here in just a second. Get this on there. But one of these wipes probably can get through the whole kitchen with one wipe. So it looks kind of milky and gross when it's going on. That's just before buffing. So if this gets done regularly, then all you have to worry about is going after where you see that it needs to be done, where maybe somebody had a handprint or something got spilled on it. Okay. So again, I'm just going to kind of keep working this stuff in with this wipe. And any building that has stainless steel appliances in it, a lot of times it'll be notated in the instructions, should be notated in the instructions to clean and polish the appropriate stainless steel appliances. And the reason why that's in there like that is because it's something that we've already agreed on with the customer, that we're going to take care of the stainless steel that way. Okay, so I'll just set that aside for a second. Now I'm just going to kind of go, and this is the easy part. Just kind of nicely going in little circles, buffing this out. And I can tell like it's on there really good, right? It's like it feels super. And what's really cool with that Wyman product is this will actually have a lot of fingerprint resistance to it now. So it actually won't get dirty very easily, very quickly. So like the next time you come, it doesn't have to be this full-on process. But we needed to get it there, and kind of want to show you about how long it takes to do the whole thing the right way. Okay, so that's the refrigerator. The next thing I want to show you is the stove. So I'm just going to go back to the same little guy here. There's not really a whole lot on here because it's all basically black surface. I mean, I guess there's, kind of control panel area right here. Put some on there, kind of down the sides here. Bottom drawer. It's awesome because the more you rub on it, the better it looks. Okay, we'll just set that down for a minute. Do some polishing. And then the last thing I'll show you is the dishwasher. And I'm going to go ahead and get a new wipe. You can kind of tell when they're basically dried out or they're really starting to change color. Go ahead and grab a new one. Again, the more often that this gets done, if it's done when it's scheduled to be done, generally like every time you spot clean it, you can get through it a lot faster and get through it with like one wipe. So it's all about maintenance if you want it to be easy. All right. And I'm not actually forgetting the next refrigerator, but I won't make you watch me do two of them. Okay, so what we're going to do now is have a look at those water fountains and see where we're at with those. Okay, so again, we just had the Breakroom product over there in a green towel. Kind of wipe this off here and see where we're at. So it still kind of needs, I mean, that took care of a lot of it, but there's still quite a bit down here, like around the drain where it's super crusty. I mean, that's gonna, basically what we'll do is shoot that again and let that set. Let me wipe this one out too. The lower ones generally are used a lot less, so they are generally easier to clean. So that one's actually gonna be basically good enough. Let me finish this one off by dry polishing it. Just take a couple paper towels and just dry it out. And this is all we do. We're not gonna add any. We're not gonna take a stainless steel wipe and try to do anything else with it. We just want it to be clean and dry. Okay. And this one we're gonna let that sit for a little while longer. Let me come back over here, if you will. Work on this faucet. Just come up and around it. Wipe this off. And this sink here is going to require quite a bit of wiping. It's just got all kinds of debris in it and just probably grease and splatters and food. The Breakroom product really is good. It's like a general cleaner, so if you need to add more to it, you can. But see how we're already getting the shine back to it? And this shine is what's so important. This is how our customer is able to, determine that things have been done, that the place is actually clean. It's when everything around them that's bright and made out of metal, if it's supposed to be bright and shiny, that it actually has been brought back to that point. So I've got a lot of loose food debris just kind of sitting in the bottom of the sink now, where it's kind of fallen off from the sides here. So obviously I'm going to want to get in there and start rinsing all that down the drain. Yeah, thought I was going to get to spray that, but the sprayer must be goofed up a bit. But after you rinse these stainless steel sinks out, you don't even have to dry them out. Just let them air dry, okay? And if they had like stuff in it, like this one here, I had to take the brush out of it. And there might be dishes in here that you would want to set off to the side, but you definitely want to keep this clean. Don't let this thing get really nasty and gross. Even if it had dirty dishes in it, you need to set them off to the side and do it and then place them back in there, okay? So I'm not saying you have to wash dishes. I'm just saying get them out of the way, clean your sink, and put them back. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go have a look at another area, okay?